Here is why you should always hold on to your closing statement once you close on the property, regardless of whether you're a seller or a buyer in a transaction. So when you're closing on the property, a few days before the closing, you receive a form that's called closing statement, or HUD or ALTA. So it's an itemized list of things that are going to go on a special spreadsheet. For example, if you're a seller, on the spreadsheet, you're going to see how much you are netting in your pocket after all the deductions. So let's say you have to pay off your mortgage, you have to pay the attorney, you have to pay the taxes, and so on and so forth. So as a seller, you're receiving this closing statement, and the formal name of this closing statement or a HUD, and then the buyer is also receiving one. So for the buyer's side, how much they're going to be charged, how much they have to bring to the closing table, and stuff like that. So when both of these itemized lists are placed on one sheet, it's called ALTA. However, you are always seeing it a few days before the closing. Your attorney or the title company you work with is going to go through this document with you, also your agent, just to check, make sure that all the numbers are correct. And then you sign it at the closing table or before the closing happens. And it's always nice to actually keep it for future reference. My clients usually take the folder from the closing with all the documents. I did it myself, I have to admit. And you put it somewhere, right? And we forget about it. We bought the house, we sold the house, that's wonderful. But closing statements is really important for tax purposes. So recently, all of us were doing our taxes. So my clients, all of them, regardless of the fact if they are buyers or sellers, are receiving a copy of the closing statement from their closing in the mail as soon as the tax season starts. So let's say you bought a house last year in 2022. Today, this year, if you are my buyer or a seller from last year, you received a copy of the closing statement in your mail, so you could take it to your CPA or whomever is doing your taxes for tax purposes. It's very important. So always keep that in mind. Hold on to your closing statement. If you don't have a copy of it, just, ask your agent to send it to you.